So the FPV Video Tour is still a cracking idea, even if the 360 version of it doesn't quite land. But the business potential, the market's potential is still extraordinary. And for initial steps, even if the 360 doesn't work out, it's much easier to adapt the 360 after the initial market trend has exploded using FPV Video Tours. In which case, I need to start getting into FPV drone piloting, because this is going to help launch the products. And so the way I envision it looking, I would have to direct, and so I'd have to pilot. So I don't have to invest in really niche 360 video drones yet, but if they're about, let's see, but just trying to get a budget 4K FPV drone that has a lot of good features in keeping a certain distance from the ground and keeping a certain distance away from bumping into things. Safety features, very smooth gliding around, and being able to navigate very easily throughout a property, for example, throughout tight spaces. Easily able to navigate whilst governing where the video is looking at, and being very precise with the movements to be fluid and natural, as if a human was entering into the room, gliding in, having a nice scan around, and it could follow a very slow, very careful overall kind of scan, visual scan of the room. And it could all be like that in just a continuous video. And so the end product can be narrated over audio from a professional in that field to provide the tour narration, and that's the service. The viewers get to just have a link to a YouTube video. They go in. It can be 360 in the future, but right now I think 360 might not take the traction as much as this will. This will help launch it. But yeah, people get used to watching a video like a video tour. And yeah, that's essentially it. It's just a video tour, but using a drone, and nobody's standing there in the way. The narration can come after the fact in post. Yeah, so it's just creating jobs for an army of FPV drone pilots. That's essentially what it is. Wow, that's pretty, yeah. That could be absolutely massive. Just FPV drone pilots, that's it. Just an army of them. Unless in the future, which is likely, the following capabilities of certain drones is good enough. But the following capabilities still requires someone to be there for it to be autonomous. Otherwise, you still need a pilot. And that pilot still needs to be skilled at piloting. So yeah, big job market. I need to get a drone FPV. It needs to be an FPV because I need to be able to visualize and direct what the end video would look like. And then make that my niche specialism. As well as a big business that is building alongside.